Hello, and thank you for joining me for my reflection, which today is based around Psalm 55, and it's so it's funny because some of the psalms are really quite beautiful, aren't they? Hymns of praise. This one is what you might call a lament, quite a bitter lament, sometimes referred to as the prayer of a man betrayed by a friend. And the context of it is a rebellion and a betrayal, which is taken to heart by David, King David. And he feels very, very strongly that someone who he really trusted has betrayed him. And this has led to a rebellion, which has created a lot of danger and so on, and uncertainty. And Psalm 55, which is quite long, it's I think 25 verses long, thereabouts, yes, 23, is unremitting, bitterness and looking for vengeance. And the final verse, 23, but you, O God, will bring these murderers and liars to their graves before half their life is over. As for me, I will trust in you. So if that's the end of it, you can imagine what the sort of things that have gone before. But what's always struck me odd about Psalm 55 is that it was the inspiration and the basis for a really beautiful piece of choral music, which you'll be familiar with, I guess, which is "Hear My Prayer" by Felix Mendelssohn. And if you're not familiar with the whole anthem, then you would be familiar with "Oh, for the wings of a dove," which is part of it. And the anthem is based on the first 7 verses or so of that psalm. But Bartholomew, William Bartholomew, the English librettist who put those words together, to me, this reads really, although it's got the essence of the psalm there, it reads really beautifully and doesn't quite have the sort of the jagged edges maybe of the psalm because of the strength of the feeling. So I'll read the words which are sung in the anthem "Hear My Prayer," composed by Felix Mendelssohn, with the words by William Bartholomew. Hear my prayer, O God, incline thine ear. Thyself from my petition do not hide. Take heed to me. Hear how in prayer I mourn to thee. Without thee all is dark. I have no guide. The enemy shouteth, the godless come fast. Iniquity, hatred upon me they cast. The wicked oppress me. Ah, where shall I fly? Perplexed and bewildered. O God, hear my cry. My heart is sorely pained within my breast, and my soul with deathly terror is oppressed. Trembling and fearfulness upon me fall. With horror overwhelmed, Lord, hear me call. Oh, for the wings of a dove. Far away would I rove. In the wilderness build me a nest, and remain there forever at rest. That beautiful. I'd have sung it to you actually, but your voice isn't quite there today. And in the anthem, of course, it lasts quite, it's quite a longer work than that might suggest, because as is often the case, a lot of those lines are repeated and so on. But it really is the most lovely piece of work, and so it's based on a psalm which, I don't know, it's hard to say. Is really look into the verses that in the psalm, the version, if you like, the psalm itself, which was the basis for those words which are sung in the anthem. So, Psalm 55, the actual psalm, the first 7 verses. Hear my prayer, O God. Don't turn away from my plea. Listen to me and answer me. I am worn out by my worries. I am terrified by the threats of my enemies, crushed by the oppression of the wicked. They bring trouble on me. They are angry with me and hate me. I am terrified, and the terrors of death crush me. I am gripped by fear and trembling. I am overcome with horror. I wish I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and find rest. I would fly far away and live in the wilderness. So it's just strange, isn't it, how that inspired and was the basis for that beautiful choral work by Mendelssohn and Bartholomew. So there we are, Psalm 55. There's such a rich tapestry, aren't they, the Psalms, of different feelings and so on. Thank you for joining me this morning.